Hello, and thank you so much for joining me for a Gods Woodsman shelter video. What you're basically going to need for this video is an axe, some paracord, and a saw. So let's get started. I've chosen this as the location for my shelter. I've got a really good tree here. There's a little bit of stuff in the way, but it's fairly flat, and I think if I put a ridge pole right through here, I think I can make this a real nice shelter. And what this shelter is going to be on is basically just a classic lean-to shelter, but instead of covering it with pine boughs or tarp, I'm going to cover it with moss today. Okay, I've got a couple logs here, and I think one of these would make a real nice piece that I could put in front of me, kind of hold me in my bed here. Get some of this crap out of here. And then let's put up this ridge pole. And I'm thinking, I don't want it super high, because I'm trying to keep my little limited amount of space as efficiently as possible. So I'm thinking about that kind of a height. So let's tie that onto the tree. Now tie that branch on. This doesn't need very fancy. I'm just going to do a basic knot here. I'm just going to go around the tree. Back around the tree again. And let's just tie this off. You could also do this with a split log instead of using a piece of rope, but since I have a piece of rope, we'll just use a piece of rope. Now that we got a ridge pole, let's look at the next step. Okay, now that we've got it to this point, let's just get some branches now that we're going to use to lay down through here to create the back wall of the shelter. That ought to be enough. Now we're just going to start out laying these down, one end to the other. And as you can tell, there'll be ones that are different heights. Just dig them in the ground just a little bit. Just keep laying them across. Ones that are different lengths are for different sections. You just keep laying branches down so you get all this covered. And they don't have to be completely tight together. It can be a little bit of space in between them. It's not going to hurt anything. Now, once you get to this point, it's time to go collect the moss to put on the back of this. Okay, this right here is the moss we're going to be collecting. And believe it or not, you can kind of just pull the stuff up. It comes up pretty easily. Just kind of go around the edge and kind of get it started. And then just kind of work your way and almost roll it like a piece of carpet. Now we'll take this back to the shelter. When you're putting the moss down, start down towards the bottom and and work your way to the top. And you might not pull off necessarily all big giant sheets like this. You might have some smaller pieces. That's okay, just keep adding to them. Just kind of work your way up. Be sure to fill in all the little holes and gaps. Done properly, this can be a very waterproof shelter. Go around on the other side and take a look and make sure that I didn't miss any holes and I can see daylight through them. And there'll always be a few I need to come back around and fix. Alright, let's go back around and take a look and see if we missed any. Alright, there we have it. The shelter part is done. Now, all we need to do now is just go and give it a test fit. But you can see that there's no daylight popping through. That's good. Alright, let's give it a test fit. Pretty nice, pretty comfy. Now there is something else I can do to make this even better, and that's what I'm going to do next. Let's go get some spruce boughs to lay down, and I can lay on the spruce boughs to keep me up off the cold ground. When you're gathering spruce boughs, all you need is this point right here. Just this part. Grab your fingers like this, put one finger on this side, one finger on this side, take your thumb. You don't need a knife, a saw, nothing. And you can go and do that to trees. Those will grow back, so you're not hurting the tree. We're not stripping one tree completely bare. We're taking a whole bunch of needles from a whole bunch of different trees. And that's how you gather spruce boughs. So let's do that next. Alright, there you have it. The shelter is finished. I'm just going to put a fire in front and I'll have a really good night's sleep tonight. And there you have it, a moss shelter. Thank you so much for joining me for another Gods Woodsman video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and have a great day.